Good afternoon, friends. I'm Matt Williams. I'm the director here at Skylake, and it is great to have you along on today's mini hike. I'm standing outside Founders Lodge right now. I'm going to stick kind of close to buildings. We're expecting some thunder showers this afternoon, so don't want to be too far away from a building at any given time on a day like this. Always a good idea to stay as safe as possible. I'm going to turn my camera around, and now you can see where I am, right out in front of Founders Lodge. I wanted to show you some things that are growing in the beds out in front of here. Yes, there are a bunch of weeds, but there are some exciting stuff. So right here you see some examples of the canna plants that our volunteer Dave brings up every year and plants out in front of Founders. And if you were around last summer, you know that we had planted some tomato plants, and we enjoyed the bountiful harvest from all those tomato plants. And this year, we did not intentionally plant tomato plants, but we have a whole slew of tomato plants that are growing. So we're anxious to see if these will produce any fruit. But in the meantime, we're just getting a big chuckle out of them reappearing without us planting. So I also wanted to show you evidence of woodchucks because apparently walking a few feet around to the rocks was too much, so they had to dig some holes. So that's always fun. Gotta love nature. Doesn't always adhere to our beliefs, but right here it looks a bit like a mint plant. But when you smell it, if we had smell-o-vision, it smells like lemon. So there is a member of the mint family called lemon balm. And we apparently have a great specimen of it here, but we have no idea how it ended up here. It's cool nonetheless. We do have some mint a little bit further over here, around the logs, right over here. And this was a gift from Kevin, our head cook, food service manager. He had an abundance of mint growing outside his house, so he decided to donate some to Skylake. And this makes really, it smells so good. I wish we had smell-o-vision. Putting this in some water, in cold water, makes really flavorful mint water. All right, let's continue on our mini hike. Again, some more tomato plants over here. It is really quite something. These right here are likely going to produce some fruit because, as you can see, we have some tomato flowers. How cool is that? And we love that the tomatoes are great right off the vine. I'm a fan of tomatoes and really enjoy picking them and, just giving them a quick wash under some water and then popping them in the mouth, because most of the varieties that we had were of the grape or cherry tomato. And I thought for the rest of our hike today that we would walk down to the East Shore Patio fire pit. This fire pit has been way too quiet this summer. We're hoping to remedy that a little bit in the coming weeks when we begin opening up the site for self-contained family retreats. And if you were the family of a camper who had registered for summer camp this year, you will have received an email within the past hour from Skylake with details on how to reserve a room, actually 2 rooms in Underwood or one of the retreat apartments in Founders Lodge for 2, 3, or 4 nights. And I'm going to take just a slight detour because I see a really great example of a tree that has been visited by one of my favorite woodpeckers of all time. Some call it the pileated, others called it pilated. But as you can see, this is a really great example. Instead of just making teeny tiny holes, they'll kind of drill through a good chunk of the tree looking for bugs. So really neat example of pileated activity. And these are pretty distinct markings for woodpeckers. If you see a tree with lots of teeny tiny holes kind of wrapping around a tree, that's usually a sign of a sapsucker. And we have quite a few of those around here. If we were to go up by the office, there's an ash tree that loves to be visited by a yellow-bellied sapsucker. But these right here are from the pileated peckers that come around and visit us. But we're on our way to here, the fire pit. And I'm also mindful that today would have been our former director, Jim Krager's birthday. And I loved spending time with Jim in the great outdoors, particularly here, just shooting the breeze. And so while we don't have a fire going and we don't have campers around, it's still great to get outdoors and have all those fond memories of time spent with someone who helped me grow as a person and as a follower of Christ. And so I leave you with that thought, friends. Remember those who have brought you thus far, and also be mindful of those whom you are helping along life's journey, and help them to gain new insights about the world around us and help them plant new seeds. All right, friends, look forward to having you join us again on Friday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern for Friday's mini hike. In the meantime, if you are a subscriber to our email list, you will also be getting information tomorrow about our family retreats as well as next weekend's fabulous bake sale. So keep an eye on your inbox. It's not too late to sign up to be part of our Skylake mailing list. Just head over to bit.ly/Skylake list, and you too can receive that email tomorrow. Until then, take care, friends. Bye-bye.